So it's 2 AM in the night and we are setting up. We want to catch some birds. We've already set up the lights. As you can see, they're shining behind me, in front of me. And now we are about to set up the nets. And actually there's some people who are setting up the nets. And we are waiting. There are so many bugs here. Oh, it's misty, as you can see, which is a good thing. So basically the light shines upwards into the mist and the birds think that it's daytime and they come down and they're caught by the net. So I want to take you guys to the net area and you can see how they are caught. And by the way, here is where the leopard comes. So I've got some birds. Here they are.
So the birds are collected from the nets.
Yeah.
And we have normally put 3 birds per bag because otherwise we run out of bags very quickly.
Yeah.
And it's more efficient. And these species we catch mostly they're warblers and small thrushes, which don't really fight, so they don't kill each other in the bag.
Yeah.
There's other species which are more kali. You have to
Separate them.
Yeah. So then we bring them here. And we try to minimize the amount of time that they're in the bags. So we get a table going quite soon, in the morning.
Yeah.
And here you see we've got 4 ringers working with 1 scribe.
Yeah.
And the rings, each species has its own, its own ring size. There's different ring sizes, some of which will fit a variety of species. And so the ringer takes the ring, pulls out the number which is written down, and the species, and then they will look at the identification of it first, and then the age. And with most of the birds we catch here, we do what we call ring and fling.
Yeah.
Ring and fling means you identify the bird, you put the ring on it, you age it, and you release it. Nicely put, so it can spin.
Yeah.
It has the address on there and the ring number.
Aside from my soul,
because age is the most important of the sort of measurements we take on species.
Right.
In the identification.
How do you tell an age of a bird?
So what you're looking for is any characteristic of a young bird which is remaining on the species.
Right.
So some species have a very different plumage when they're juveniles. It's very spotty, for example. So when they molt into adult plumage, they will retain some of the juvenile feathers with spots. This might be an adult actually. The other thing you look at is the shape of the tail feathers.
Right.
In an adult, the feathers are more rounded.
Rounded, yeah.
Than in a young bird. But you can see how this being a migrant, it's got long wings. These outer feathers, called the primaries, project a long way beyond the inner ones. By the time they reach here, they've been flying for probably, most of these birds are coming from Ethiopia, where they've stopped to molt and to feed up. So, but that's probably 2,000 k's. They've been flying non-stop to reach here. So they've burnt a lot of fuel. It's like traveling from Nairobi to Mombasa. By the time you reach Mtituandei or Voi, so it's the same. So by now many of them are quite thin. They're reaching the end of their journey. So most of these will go on into Tanzania. Some will go all the way down to Zambia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique. But very few of these will probably stay in Kenya. This one is an amazing songster as well. It can sing like you would not believe. It can also mimic other species. And they've recorded over 75 different species of bird which it can mimic the songs of.
Oh, wow.
And in fact, where it breeds in Europe, they've done recordings of the song, and they've found it singing the songs of African birds in Europe in order to impress the Chiles. So there we go. So then we just release it, and it should
fly away.
Off down to TZ.
There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Walk by. I think a fall angel just walk by. I think a fall angel just walk by. I think it's all angels just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my there goes a
So my trip has finally come to an end. I had so much fun. I learned a lot about birds, and as always it's been fun. So it's my time to go back to Mombasa, and nitaona nikifika.
there goes a there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. I think a fall angel just walk by. I think a fall angel just walk by. I think a fall angel just walk by. I think it's all angels just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul.